All right, so this studio happened as a result of COVID, actually. So when COVID happened, when we moved in this place, it was a little library. There was no door here. And then COVID happened and we had to switch online, do online meetings, Zoom meetings, trainings online, sermons online, preaching online, teaching online. So everything went online. So I said, okay, let's build a studio. So we built this beautiful studio. We put all these sound panels on the wall, on the roof, and on the sides. Made it all comfortable. I bought a carpet for the sound and was really putting this together. And I set up 2 TVs. So I had my workstation and my son had his workstation. He was playing his video games and we were streaming on Twitch and I was sharing the gospel. He was playing video games. And so that's how we were just spending time during the pandemic, making the best of any situation. So recently, I was like, I need to get the studio back up. Some of the panels were falling, and so we patched her all up. And I was like, I really wanted to do some creative arts, digital arts for my children so that they could be equipped with skills. So I wanted to set this place up, and so we did. And we're very thankful that we have what we have now. Coming into the main part of the studio, this is my workstation. We have here the setup. So when I'm working away, I work here at my little desk. And I have a MacBook Pro, the 2019 version, right before they came out with the chips. I thought I got the latest and greatest, and as soon as I got it home, I found out, no, yours is not the latest and greatest anymore. There's a better one. The M1 chip arrived. Anyways, it's been good for our setup and what we need to do. So I'm very thankful for that. Still kicking. One day I'm going to need to upgrade, that's for sure. And we have our monitor speakers. Now the interesting thing, there were some missionaries who were storing their stuff here. They never came back. And these were sitting there just in a spare room. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna use these monitor speakers for our studio. So we got the monitor speakers set up to hear when I'm mixing and doing my music and tracks. We have the subwoofer set up as well. Just kind of was able to fit it in there nicely. And that really bangs. The way this house was built, an American missionary built it, and he put half his 110 power outlets and then 220. So I had to run a transformer to convert the power and all this thing. So I really didn't want to blow the room up because I was using so much electricity. So ChatGPT helped me to rewire my whole studio. I was able to rewire and have the thick wires and stuff that I needed so that we could handle the power in this place. And I set it all up. So that took a while, but I'm glad I got it all done. So how do we run this thing? Well, first we need to capture the audio and input and output to the speakers. So we have this, which is a
audio interface.
So this is the Focusrite Scarlett 4i4 audio interface, and it's an entry-level interface. I didn't have a big budget when I was preparing for this studio, but basically an XLR cable connects my budget condenser mic, which does the job. I have a pop filter here and I have a boom, so I can just pull it forward when I'm doing voiceovers, when I'm rapping, when I'm having a Zoom meeting. I use that mic all the time. Then we have the headphones. You need a good pair of headphones, and so I have these Audio Technica headphones. Throw those on when you're mixing tracks so you can hear the sound of the bass and all that stuff. If you just do it over your computer, it's not going to pump. If you do it over your TV, you're not going to get the full sound. So you need something like this. Mixing vocals, hearing your voice, hearing the music, the drums, etc. And again, that all goes through the Focusrite. The speakers are hooked up to here, which I get all the sound coming from this. This here is an external hard drive. You're going to need an external hard drive. This is a 4 GB external hard drive, which is very handy and portable when we're doing, especially with making video content and movies and stuff like that. All right, so next we have, in line with the power, we have to have a UPS. What is this?
A UPS is uninterruptible power supply.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah, that's an uninterruptible power supply, and it's very good because we have brownouts here in the Philippines. Some people in Canada, they probably call it blackout, but we have brownouts, and these brownouts happen, and then the power just gets shut down. So instead of ruining your important gear and equipment, this uninterruptible power supply is just going to kick in. It has a battery, and it happened a couple times when I was working on something, and it will give about 30 minutes of power depending on how many things you have plugged into it, but it will keep it going. So example, if you're on you're doing a podcast or you're recording something, you're doing a song, you're in a meeting, you're not going to be offline. Now the problem is if you're on internet and the internet goes down, but that's why we have now in our internet, in our router, we have a SIM card that kicks in to give us backup internet in case the power goes down. We have a controller here. This is a keyboard controller, MIDI controller. What is a MIDI?
Musical Instrument Digital Interface.
Basically, this connects to the computer, and I can use this for our DAWs, our digital audio workstations, like Logic Pro, for FL Studio, and the other things that we're working on there. I do my melodies in FL Studio from the keys here, and it's very important. This is a Akai Professional MPK 249, so it has 49 keys. There's bigger ones, smaller ones. This is my drum pad, so I can also play the drum pads. And I use this with melodics for the piano, for the drums. It's a gamified music software that I use for our children's music lessons, and I use also for my own music practice. And we have a whole separate video about melodics. Check that one out. Okay, down here we have a drum speaker. So this drum speaker is also can connect to our MIDI drum set and our MIDI synthesizer so that we can hear from that speaker. We also hook these up to headphones. We have another set of headphones that connects there. So those headphones will plug into the iPad. The iPad plugs into the TV monitor, and the Juno synthesizer, MIDI synthesizer, connects also to the iPad. And so we use different stations for our music class with our children and for practicing our instruments. So it was very handy. That TV was, again, another missionary, stored his stuff here, never came and got his stuff. He told me he's not coming back and just to keep it or sell it. So we built this thing piece by piece over the last 5 years, and we're very thankful to the Lord for what we have here. Over on this section,
we have Alice's MIDI drum set.
Yeah, so this MIDI drum set, again, my son, we got that during the pandemic, so my son could play, and he enjoyed it for a while. I didn't do much with it. We had it arranged before where it took up half the studio, so I got a little more creative and was able to rearrange it and put it in that way because my studio is very small. It's actually in my personal office, but library. But I turned it into a digital arts studio. So it's very good. We have our guitar here. We can hook the guitar in with this cable. We can hook the guitar, bam, bam, bigelow, like that. There we go, we can hook it in. And then we have the sounds, just put it on instrument, and then we're on the second. So there you have it. You hook it up to the audio interface and good to go. And we got music kits. So that's our little studio. I hope you enjoyed our tour. I want to encourage you to check out Braeside Creative Arts Academy. The link is in the description below. Join up to our free community, and we will be teaching you how to use different AI software. One of the things is that some people are reserved with AI, but AI is leading the way. I have an iPhone 16. I'm waiting for the iPhone 17. I do not want to use an iPhone 1 because the iPhone 1 is outdated and doesn't have the functions we need. So AI is moving rapidly through our world and changing the landscape of creative arts, but we can use that to our advantage. So I will be highlighting here with my family different applications of different cutting edge AI technology so that we can improve our work speed, our workflows, maximize time, get more things done, but at the same time, still preserve the culture of human creativity. I just want my children not to become robots and just use AI and not think anymore. I want to be able to teach them how to still be in the process using AI powers to be able to save time, but to still use our own ingenuity and creativity and preserve the culture of human creativity in this beautiful world that we live. God bless you, and we'll see you inside our school community, Braeside Creative Arts Academy. Let's go. If you want to learn how to make your own music from scratch, edit videos, make content for social media, for promotions, for ads, join Braeside Creative Arts Academy, and you will learn so much as we walk through all of these new technologies together as I've trained my kids. I'll have challenges, 21-day challenges, where you can go and you can actually use the software that I'm recommending, and you'll be able to make a project and even win prizes, annual subscriptions of these software. So let's go, let's get it. See you inside the community.